4 types of cheese you should definitely include in your diet, and 4 you should absolutely avoid if you're over 60. Surprisingly, over 85% of adults past the age of 60 continue to eat cheese at least twice a week. However, almost every senior makes one critical mistake in their dairy choices that can significantly shorten their lifespan. The solution to this problem is astonishingly simple. Nearly 99% of older adults are unaware that their diet includes cheeses that can subtly double their heart attack risk and reduce their chances of living to 80 by 40%. Isn't that shocking? The cheese aisle at any supermarket certainly looks harmless, but it actually holds far more hidden dangers than most of us can imagine. In this article, we will detail 4 types of cheese highly recommended for your daily diet, and 4 you should permanently avoid if you're over 60. The most alarming fact is that the worst cheese on this list can increase your stroke risk by a staggering 80%. And, quite possibly, you consumed it this week without considering the consequences. This isn't speculation or rumor. It's a harsh scientific truth that the vast majority of people never hear. So, let's begin our list, starting with the cheeses that offer the most benefits to your body. Coming in at number 4 is aged Gouda. Aged Gouda is, in essence, a true superfood cleverly disguised as a delicious cheese. When Gouda undergoes an aging process for at least 18 months, truly amazing molecular transformations occur, turning it from an ordinary dairy product into a powerful source of nutrients. During this lengthy aging process, proteins break down into smaller, easily digestible compounds known as peptides. These peptides are absorbed by the body much more easily than the complex proteins found in fresh cheeses. This aspect becomes particularly important as we age, as the efficiency of our digestive system in breaking down complex proteins naturally declines. But what truly deserves attention is that aged Gouda contains vitamin K2, which most people don't even know exists, but which can literally save lives. Vitamin K2, present in aged Gouda, functions in the body like a traffic controller for calcium. Instead of allowing calcium to accumulate in the arteries, where it contributes to dangerous plaque formation, K2 directs it directly to the bones, where it belongs to maintain their strength. Japanese studies have convincingly demonstrated that people with higher K2 intake have up to 50% less arterial calcification and significantly stronger bones. Just 1 ounce of aged Gouda contains approximately 75 micrograms of K2, which exceeds the amount most people get in an entire week. Additionally, this cheese is rich in conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a fatty acid that, according to scientific data, can help reduce body fat, improve immune function, and even fight certain types of cancer. What makes aged Gouda truly unique is that the aging process eliminates most of the lactose, making it an ideal choice for people who typically have difficulty tolerating dairy products. The beneficial bacteria that develop during the aging period also produce compounds called postbiotics. These postbiotics are something in between prebiotics and probiotics, combining their beneficial properties. They actively support gut health, help reduce inflammatory processes, and can even improve mood by influencing the complex connection between the gut and the brain. For maximum benefit from aged Gouda, it is recommended to consume it at room temperature rather than chilled. This allows its complex flavor notes to fully develop and makes the nutrients more bioavailable to your body. The ideal portion is approximately 1 to 1.5 ounces, 28 to 42 grams, paired with apple slices or whole grain crackers. This combination helps slow absorption and provides prebiotics that synergistically interact with the cheese's postbiotics, ensuring optimal gut health benefits. Coming in at number 3 on our list is true Parmesan cheese. Authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, produced in Italy, is not just any ordinary cheese. It is, in essence, an edible multivitamin that also boasts an incredibly exquisite flavor. We're not talking about the powdered product often found in green shakers on supermarket shelves, which frequently contains cellulose and artificial preservatives. Genuine Parmigiano Reggiano, or simply Reggiano, is made using methods that have remained unchanged for nearly 9 centuries. This ancient, traditional production process creates a cheese with a truly outstanding and almost unbelievable nutritional profile. Just 1 ounce, 28 grams, of this cheese can provide your body with approximately 10 grams of protein. However, the true value lies not just in the quantity, but in the exceptional quality of this protein. The lengthy 32-month aging process breaks down protein molecules so thoroughly that they are essentially predigested. This means that even individuals with sensitive gastrointestinal tracts can typically consume it without any discomfort. The calcium concentration in Parmigiano Reggiano is truly astonishing. For every ounce, 28 grams, there are about 330 milligrams of this crucial mineral, surpassing its content in a whole glass of milk. However, unlike milk, the calcium in this cheese is present in an ideal ratio with phosphorus and magnesium, ensuring its optimal absorption by the body. Italian scientists have established in their research that the bioavailability of calcium from Parmigiano Reggiano reaches almost 100%, while only about 30% is absorbed from calcium supplements. In addition, this cheese contains all 9 essential amino acids in a perfectly balanced proportion, making it a complete protein source comparable in quality to meat products. The long aging process contributes to the concentration of these valuable nutrients to levels that genuinely impress leading nutritionists. Notably, Parmigiano Reggiano contains natural compounds known as casomorphins. These peptides have a unique ability to help reduce anxiety levels and improve sleep quality. Additionally, the cheese is rich in tyrosine, an amino acid that serves as a building block for the synthesis of dopamine and norepinephrine in the brain. These neurotransmitters play a key role in maintaining alertness and concentration. Thanks to the prolonged aging process, the cheese naturally becomes lactose-free, making it accessible to people with lactose intolerance. Moreover, it contains beneficial bacteria that have the remarkable ability to survive passage through the harsh environment of stomach acid and successfully colonize the gut, contributing to its healthy microflora. The optimal way to consume Parmigiano Reggiano is not by grating, but by breaking off small pieces with a special knife. This approach preserves the cheese's unique crystalline structure, revealing its full flavor profile. It is recommended to consume it after a main meal, following Italian traditions. A portion of about 1 ounce, 28 grams, helps improve digestion and provides an ideal protein boost without creating an excessive burden on the body. And adding a few drops of aged balsamic vinegar not only adds sophistication to the taste, but also significantly improves the absorption of the minerals contained in the cheese. Coming in at number 2 on our list is raw, grass-fed cheddar. Before readers express concerns about the word raw, it's important to explain why properly aged raw cheddar from exclusively grass-fed cows is rightfully considered one of the most beneficial foods available for consumption. When cheddar is made from unpasteurized milk and aged for at least 60 days, which is a legal requirement in many jurisdictions, any potentially harmful bacteria are effectively eliminated. At the same time, valuable enzymes and beneficial bacteria remain completely intact. It is these enzymes, which are unfortunately destroyed during pasteurization, that play a key role in helping the body digest the cheese and maximize the absorption of its rich nutrients. Raw, grass-fed cheddar contains up to 500% more conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, compared to conventional cheddar. Additionally, it has significantly higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which together create a powerful anti-inflammatory agent capable of effectively combating various diseases at the cellular level. The vitamin composition of raw, grass-fed cheddar is truly impressive, resembling a pharmacy shelf. It is extremely rich in vitamin A in its most bioavailable form, retinol, which supports a wide range of vital bodily functions, from sharp vision to robust immunity. Vitamin D content is also quite significant, which is particularly relevant given that many people suffer from a deficiency of this critically important nutrient. But what's truly astonishing is that raw, grass-fed cheddar contains vitamin K2 in the 4-malonyl quatches form, the most potent type, which effectively prevents arterial calcification and promotes strong bones. Furthermore, this cheese is a source of significant amounts of vitamin E and beta-carotene, powerful antioxidants that reliably protect body cells from oxidative damage. A distinctive feature of raw, grass-fed cheddar is its rich probiotic content. Unlike pasteurized counterparts, raw cheddar contains dozens of different strains of beneficial bacteria that actively support digestive health, significantly boost immunity, and can even improve mental well-being through the complex gut-brain axis. These probiotics produce short-chain fatty acids, such as butyrate, which nourish the cells lining the large intestine and possess powerful anti-inflammatory effects throughout the body. To derive maximum benefit from raw, grass-fed cheddar, it is crucial never to heat it above 120 degrees Fahrenheit 49 degrees Celsius, as this irreversibly destroys valuable enzymes and probiotics. Instead, it's recommended to let the cheese warm to room temperature for 20 to 30 minutes before consuming. Pairing it with fermented vegetables like sauerkraut or pickles creates a true probiotic powerhouse, amplifying their beneficial effects. Portions should be limited to 1.5 to 2 ounces, 42 to 56 grams, to gain all the advantages without over-consuming saturated fats. And this is why authentic Swiss Gruyere rightfully takes the top spot on this list. It represents the most complete package of nutrients, digestibility, and health benefits found among all cheese types. True Gruyere, produced in Switzerland, must be made exclusively from the raw milk of cows freely grazing in picturesque alpine meadows. This condition creates a cheese with a unique nutritional profile whose advantages scientists continue to discover and research to this day. The propionic bacteria actively used in Gruyere production generate propionic acid during aging. This compound, according to numerous studies, can effectively reduce inflammation in the body, lower cholesterol levels, and even help prevent certain types of cancer. The same bacteria are responsible for forming the characteristic holes in Swiss cheese and produce vitamin B12 in quantities surpassing almost any other food product. Gruyere also boasts the highest content of glutathione precursors among all cheeses. These compounds help the body produce its master endogenous antioxidant. Glutathione plays a critically important role in detoxification processes, maintaining immune function, and reliably protecting cells from damage. However, our natural production of this antioxidant unfortunately declines with age. Gruyere's specific amino acid profile, especially its high levels of cysteine and glycine, contributes to the natural increase of glutathione production in the body. Furthermore, this cheese contains an impressive amount of phosphorus, zinc, and selenium, minerals that act synergistically to support bone health, ensure robust immune function, and promote optimal thyroid function. What makes Gruyere truly special for health is its incredible efficiency in protein absorption. The minimum 12-month aging process breaks down proteins into D and tripeptides, which the body can absorb directly without further digestion. This means you get all the benefits of protein for muscle building and tissue repair without overloading your digestive system. Swiss studies have convincingly shown that older adults who regularly include Gruyere in their diet demonstrate better muscle mass preservation compared to those who get protein from other sources. The cheese also contains compounds known as lactotripeptides, which have been proven to naturally help lower blood pressure, making it one of the few cheeses that, when consumed in moderation, is genuinely beneficial for the cardiovascular system. For maximum health benefits, it's recommended to gently melt it into warm, but not boiling, soups, or consume it with whole grain bread. This combination enhances the bioavailability of its B vitamins and glutathione precursors. So, we've covered the 4 best cheeses for your health. Now it's time to turn to the dark side of the cheese aisle. Next, we'll present 4 types of cheese you should never allow on your plate, especially if you value your heart, your memory, and your future. Coming in at number 4 on this anti-list are processed cheese slices. These individually wrapped cheese slices may offer convenience, but they are as far from real cheese as possible while still legally being called a dairy product. These processed nightmares typically contain less than 50% actual cheese, with the remainder being a cocktail of emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial colors, and sodium phosphates. A true disaster for your health. The sodium content in just 2 such slices can exceed 600 milligrams, which is more than a quarter of the recommended daily intake. Moreover, it's in the form of sodium phosphate, which numerous studies show is far more harmful than regular table salt. This type of sodium is directly linked to accelerated aging, kidney damage, and a significantly increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. Emulsifiers actively used in processed cheese slices, particularly polysorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose, have been shown to disrupt the gut microbiome balance and increase its permeability, a condition often referred to as leaky gut. This can trigger systemic inflammation throughout the body and is linked to a multitude of issues, from autoimmune diseases to mental health disorders. These cheeses also contain artificial colorings, such as yellow 6 and yellow 5, which are associated with hyperactivity, allergic reactions, and potential carcinogenic effects. Preservatives used to give these products an unnaturally long shelf life, including sorbic acid and natamycin, can accumulate in the body over time and impede the normal activity of beneficial gut bacteria. What's particularly insidious about processed cheese slices is that they are often advertised as a good source of calcium and protein. However, the forms of these nutrients are poorly absorbed by the body due to aggressive processing methods. High heat and chemical treatment destroy any beneficial enzymes and alter protein structure, making it significantly harder for the body to utilize. Furthermore, these products may contain trans fats, even if the label states 0 grams, because current regulations allow rounding down any amount less than 0.5 grams per serving, misleading consumers. Regular consumption of processed cheese slices is directly linked to increased inflammation markers in the body, elevated bad cholesterol levels, and a significant risk of developing metabolic syndrome. Coming in at number 3 on our list of undesirable products are Jared cheese spreads. These cheese spreads, which do not require refrigeration until opened, should cause serious alarm for any consumer. In essence, these products are cheese in name only, as they often contain more modified food starch, various oils, and chemical additives than actual dairy components. The processing required for the cheese to achieve a spreadable consistency and to be stored for months or even years without spoilage completely destroys any nutritional value it might have, while simultaneously adding a host of unhealthy ingredients. Most cheese spreads contain partially hydrogenated oils, a primary source of artificial trans fats, which are so clearly linked to heart disease that many countries worldwide have completely banned their use. Even versions claiming to be trans fat-free often use interesterified fats, which, according to preliminary research, may be no less harmful to the body. The sodium content in cheese spreads is absolutely astronomical, often exceeding 500 milligrams per serving of just 2 teaspoons, with most people typically using much more. This sodium comes not only from regular salt, but also from a multitude of sodium-based preservatives and flavor enhancers that can cause fluid retention, raise blood pressure, and create an excessive burden on the kidneys. Many cheese spreads also contain monosodium glutamate, MSG, or similar glutamate compounds, which can be hidden under innocuous names like natural flavor or yeast extract. These additives can cause headaches, heart palpitations, and other unpleasant symptoms in sensitive individuals. Artificial colors and flavors, used to make these products even remotely resemble cheese in appearance and taste, are linked to various health problems, ranging from allergic reactions to potential neurotoxicity. Perhaps the most alarming aspect is the presence of phthalates, hormone-disrupting chemicals that can leach from plastic packaging directly into the cheese spread. These chemicals are associated with reproductive problems, metabolic disorders, and certain types of cancer. The combination of unhealthy fats, excessive sodium, chemical additives, and potential hormone disruptors makes cheese spreads a true toxic cocktail that offers no nutritional value but can potentially cause significant harm to your health. Studies have convincingly shown that regular consumption of processed cheese products, such as spreads, is directly linked to higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. Coming in at number 2 on the list of undesirable cheeses is pre-shredded bagged cheese. This might seem surprising, but pre-shredded cheese is one of the worst cheese options you can choose. The reason for this isn't consumer laziness, but rather what's added to prevent these cheese shreds from clumping together. The anti-caking agents used, typically cellulose, wood pulp, or potato starch, can make up to 4% of the product's total weight. While cellulose itself isn't toxic, it is completely indigestible and can cause serious digestive problems, especially for individuals with sensitive stomachs or conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Moreover, these additives hinder proper cheese melting and impede nutrient absorption by coating the cheese particles. Many pre-shredded cheeses also contain natamycin, an antifungal agent used to prevent mold growth. While generally considered safe in small amounts, natamycin is essentially an antibiotic that, with regular consumption, can disrupt the balance of your gut microbiome. This is particularly problematic, as a healthy gut microbiome is crucial for everything from robust immune function to stable mental well-being. The cheese used in pre-shredded products is often of the lowest quality, made from milk containing higher levels of hormones and antibiotics than cheese you buy in solid block. The increased surface area from shredding also promotes rapid oxidation, leading to the destruction of beneficial nutrients and the formation of harmful compounds. Here's what manufacturers don't publicize. Pre-shredded cheese often contains more histamines than block cheese due to the extended processing and storage. Histamines can cause headaches, digestive issues, skin rashes, and anxiety in sensitive individuals. The convenience factor also comes with a higher risk of bacterial contamination, as the shredding process creates more opportunities for undesirable bacteria to grow. There have been historical instances of large batches of pre-shredded cheese being recalled due to Listeria or E. coli contamination. When you consider the lower nutritional value, added chemicals, potential contamination, and inferior taste and melting properties, buying pre-shredded cheese is essentially overpaying for a low-quality, potentially health-damaging product. Topping our list of undesirable products is blue cheese. Blue cheese gets its characteristic appearance and unique flavor from Penicillium roqueforti, a specific type of mold intentionally added during its production. While consuming such cheese may be perfectly safe for many people, most don't realize that blue cheese contains extremely high levels of tyramine. This compound can cause severe migraines and dangerously raise blood pressure in susceptible individuals. If a person is taking MAO inhibitors for depression or Parkinson's disease, consuming blue cheese can literally trigger a hypertensive crisis, requiring immediate emergency room hospitalization. The mold present in blue cheese produces compounds known as mycotoxins. And while their levels are generally considered safe for occasional consumption, regular intake of these toxins can lead to their accumulation in the body and potentially cause serious health problems. Some people have an increased sensitivity to these mold compounds, even without realizing it, and experience symptoms such as joint pain, brain fog, digestive issues, and chronic fatigue, which they never link to their habit of consuming blue cheese. Additionally, this cheese is incredibly rich in histamines, which can cause a wide range of reactions in people with histamine intolerance, from headaches and hives to anxiety and insomnia. Studies have shown that blue cheese contains up to 10 times more histamines than most other aged cheeses, making it particularly problematic for the approximately 1 to 3% of the population suffering from histamine sensitivity. What makes blue cheese especially concerning is its sodium content and specific type of saturated fats. Just 1 ounce, 28 grams, can contain over 400 milligrams of sodium, and its sharp, intense flavor often leads people to use it in larger quantities than milder cheeses. The saturated fats in blue cheese are particularly rich in palmitic acid, which research has shown to be more inflammatory and detrimental to the cardiovascular system than other types of saturated fats. Blue cheese also has one of the highest calorie densities among all cheeses, making it easier to overeat and gain excess weight. Perhaps the most alarming aspect is that the strong, characteristic flavor of blue cheese can mask its spoilage, and consuming spoiled blue cheese can lead to severe food poisoning. The combination of high tyramine content, histamines, inflammatory fats, excessive sodium, and potential mycotoxin exposure makes blue cheese a very risky choice that offers minimal nutritional value compared to its potential health harm. So, there you have it. 4 types of cheese that can help you live longer, stay stronger, and reliably protect your heart and mind, and 4 that can subtly undermine your health from within. If you are over 60, making the right choices in the cheese aisle can be the decisive factor between a vibrant, independent future and lifelong, completely unnecessary health risks. The scientific data is clear, the evidence is real, and now you have a knowledge needed to make every meal work for you, not against you.